Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tim Hart, branch manager of Van Dyke Mortgage here in Fort Myers. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Heartbeat for Realtors. Got my buddy here, Troy Mallow, Clearvision Home Inspections. He's in my B&I group. Known him for a long time. Great guy. Here to talk today about Chinese Drywall. Troy, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, Tim. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Long time no see, man. Feels like it's been like 2 hours since I saw you.
Maybe 2.5.
Tops. Hey, so Troy, you and I today are going to talk about Chinese drywall. This
Yep.
is an issue that I honestly thought was kind of gone. And, you're here to tell me not so fast, my friend. It is still here. And so we're going to discuss that some. So before we get into that, though, Troy, let everyone out there know what you do at Clearvision Home Inspections and how long you've been doing it.
So I've been licensed GC since 2004-ish. I've been doing home inspections and insurance inspections since about 2010. We offer full mold inspections, termite inspections, radon testing, the whole 9 yards. As far as the drywall, that's exactly right. I get a lot of inquiries a couple times a week. I'll have people ask me, is this gone? They got rid of all of it, and it's really not the case. A lot of it's been remediated, but what I'm seeing is a lot of times there's such a new influx of agents that heard about it but really didn't go through it. And I get, like I said, I get the question all the time, is it all gone? And no, it's not. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of investors buy these properties and just sit on them and wait till hopefully, this issue will go away or fade away or be forgotten. It's still out there for sure.
I got you. Yeah, 'cause that issue really reared its head middle 2000s where a ton of homes, right, built in 01, 05, that range, right?
Yep. It was primarily caused due to the shortage after all the hurricanes we had, and then on top of the building boom, there was just such a high demand for it and low supply that they got it from anywhere they could. And really, the underlying call, the time frame is generally, the worst of it was 04 through 08. It does go back as early as 2000, 2001. But that was the fold. 04, 5, and 6 it was the worst part of it. And the overall cause is sulfur. It's sulfur compounds either in the drywall or a lot of issues we know now. Early on, we thought, well, if it was a problem, it was only from the drywall. But we know now that a lot of homes that were on well systems that had poor or bad water systems altogether would cause the same symptoms and signs. So there were even homes out there that were deemed, defective drywall, but were actually caused by bad well systems and sulfur in the water. Either way, the signs and the symptoms and the effects of it are pretty much similar.
Okay.
So
I got you. And so those houses built, 04, 08, even back to early 2001, people should still be keeping an eye out for Chinese drywall, you would say?
absolutely. I mean, and what I'm hearing is I've heard agents actually tell buyers, well, it's all gone. And you don't even, I don't even know if it's gone in a house. The only definitive way of determining what's going on in a house when you see the signs and symptoms is actual lab testing. When we inspect a house, I do it's a drywall screening. Nobody wants to pay for actual testing. It's very expensive. It's cost prohibitive for a buyer who doesn't even own the house yet to go in and do this type of testing. The only way is to actually send stuff off to the lab and have it tested. There are some testing methods out there that have been used over the years, and they've come and gone. There's a few people out there still doing what's called strontium testing, and they're using a handheld X-ray device to actually look for strontium compounds in the drywall. which can be a determining factor of whether or not defective drywall is in the property. Well, it can be, but it has been kind of deemed as not 100% effective. You've got to take that in conjunction with the physical inspection and signs of what you see. And we're looking at AC coils, copper coils that are heavily blackened. We'll pull outlets throughout the house in every room to see what's going on in different rooms, because sometimes you can have one room of it, or you can have a whole house. And we're looking at other issues, other things. A lot of times you'll see heavy corrosion or pitting on water equipment, the faucets, the shower heads, things like that. And so it's really kind of just putting the pieces together, on the puzzle of that home to see what's happening. If you don't see it on the fixtures, but you see it in the wall, that's kind of a good indication something's happening inside the walls. But if you don't see it in the walls and you see it heavily on the faucets and the shower and the water equipment, then it's probably an issue of water. But you have to look at all the pieces.
Gotcha. And so when you do a normal home inspection, you have, your cost of doing a home inspection. And I know there's a wind mitigation and other levels added to a normal home inspection, correct?
Yeah, you mean like add-ons?
So does your normal home inspection price include a wind mitigation?
Absolutely. Yeah, all home inspections include a wind mitigation. The base home inspection fee is $350. That includes a wind mitigation, and you really every buyer wants and needs that. That's the one inspection report that can actually help them in terms of discounts and credit. So, and most underwriters won't even quote a price without that.
Right. And so I was trying to find out, is the drywall, the determination for Chinese drywall, is that just part of your 350 home inspection, or is it like, hey, I kind of see this over here, it may be it, we need to do a little more testing, or what's the next step for that?
No, yes and no. Generally speaking, any homes built between 04 and 08, I'm going to insist on an added charge of $25 to do that screening.
Okay, $25 for you to do the screening of it.
Correct.
Okay.
And that really lets me look at it. Takes the extra time to look at those areas and those places to see if is something going on, and then raise that flag of what's happened. Like I said, the actual testing is just cost prohibitive. I've heard everything from $1,500 to $1,800 to do actual lab testing on drywall.
Yeah, on a house you don't even own yet.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, the real issue is no matter what it is, whether it's water or drywall, if you have these heavy signs and symptoms of it, you're always going to have the heavy signs and symptoms. Now, I've seen cases where the owner had testing done and they have a report, and they'll provide that to the buyers as a say, hey, we had an issue, here's what we had done, and that the buyer can then, make that decision based on that. But without knowing that there's an issue up front, without doing that screening, you don't know if the problem exists.
Gotcha. Cool, man. Well, you got anything else to add about that? It was good information.
Yeah, I do. You cannot smell defective drywall. I know I hear it a lot too. I hear agents saying, oh, they'll actually tell buyers, oh, there's no bad drywall here because I can't smell it. Well, if I could walk into a house and smell out defective drywall, I'm in the wrong business. Anyways, I should be making a lot more money. It does have a sulfur egg smell. But then again, if you walk into a home that's lived in, you've got food, you got indoor, air coming in and out of the house, potpourri and Glade fresheners. It's really hard to pick that up on a house that's being actively lived in. So don't walk into a house and determine what the situation is just based on what you smell, because it could be different for every house.
Good advice. Don't trust your nose. Trust Troy.
I trust my eyes.
All right. There you go.
So
cool, man. Well, good info, buddy. I appreciate you coming on and talking about it.
Hey, appreciate you having me. We'll do it again sometime, but if anything pops up new in this area, I'll be happy to, give you a call and let you know what's going on with it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Troy, and if anyone wants to get with you about a home inspection, how do they get in touch with you?
Right on my cell phones, 239-770-8769. And, I'll tell you too, also, Tim, I have no problem with the agents. I get it all the time. I've got, a lot of agents will call me. They'll shoot me pictures. They'll text me pictures. They'll ask me questions about, hey, what does this look like? I had 2 or 3 last week. They saw some outlets that were open and they sent me the pictures. If you see something, you got questions when you're in the field showing a house, don't hesitate to call me. I mean, I do that all day, every day. I'll answer questions right through the text or voice call. And if it looks questionable and you don't want to waste your buyer's time, just give me a call.
Cool, man. Good deal. That's a
Right.
good offer. So I appreciate it. Troy, thanks again for being with us. You guys out there watching, appreciate you watching. If I can ever do anything for you or your clients, please give me a call, 239-437-4278. It's my office line. My cell phone's 239-910-5668. Always here to help, serve you guys, you realtors, lifeblood of our business. So keep up the great work. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and like and share with your fellow realtors. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for listening. Troy, have a good day, buddy.
Thank you, Tim. You too.
Till next Thursday, right?
Yep.
See ya.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.